And how about books? Do you have a favorite book?
Yeah. Gosh, I don't know if I have a favorite. This is another one I think every year I usually pick up one or two new Halloween books that I see in a store. I don't buy a lot of books, more from the library, but Halloween is special. So I usually will pick up a cheaper kid Halloween book every year. We've had, I think, that llama guy, was it Llama?
Yeah, the Llama Llama Trick or Treat. That's
Yes,
a good one.
yes, we have that one. I don't want to spoil the ending, but it's cute. We've read that many times. Oh, something really cool. Both of the grandparents have gotten our kids is customized Halloween books that say what state. So we have a Florida and a Georgia Halloween book, and it's like a spooky train, and it rides not first through our town, but then through major cities in our state, and it talks about all the ghouls and goblins that get on, and it mentions like key locations in our state, which is fun for our kids, and it's also a good learning experience for our au pairs. They read that as a bedtime story, so they can see cool places in our state and feel a little festive. So I guess those are some fun ones for me. How about you?
So I'm gonna put these all up on the show notes because there's no way anybody's gonna be able to do this. But I'll actually put the YouTube link because sometimes it's hard to get those books right now, and you don't want to go to the library or whatever.
Absolutely.
So we actually do YouTube books. Someone reads them,
Mhm.
and we just watch them. But Little Blue Trucks Halloween is a
Yes,
good one.
I've
Yep,
got that one. That is,
yep,
we've
that's a
read
fun
that
one.
many times.
Another one, it's by an author that's written a couple series, but his first one was like Creepy Carrots.
Ah, yes, I haven't got that one yet, but it
And
sounds
then he came up
great.
with another one. I'm looking at it. I think it's called A Creepy Pair of Underwear.
Oh, I'm sure the kids will enjoy that.
Yes, it's kid humor. Totally, like they were laughing all last night when we were showing the creepy carrots and how basically he has to figure out how to keep the creepy carrots from following him, and so it's kind of a creative ending. The creepy underpants thing kind of sounds interesting for a 5 year
Kids love
old.
that stuff.
Anything that has to do with underwear or
Yeah.
toilet,
Last time
it's
I
always cute.
explained Captain Underpants to my parents, they were very confused.
There's another one called Stumpkin, and then The Scariest Book Ever,
Ah,
and then How to Make Ghost Friends. There's another one called Click Clack Book. So like it's about those like Click Clack Boo. There's like Click Clack. It's a whole series of books about a cows that are mischievous in their barn, typing or making a book or going to a carnival and singing there. So that's another great one. That's very simple for kids. Pete the Cat, Trick or Treat.
oh
And then
yes,
there's like Berenstein Bears. There's
both of those. We love
um,
that
there
series.
was an old lady who swallowed a bat. That's a good one.
Yes, my mom got that for my kids about 2 years ago. We read it every year.
So what I'll do is I'll post this because we could go on forever about all the fun kids books because
You
you
are
could
right.
read
You're
one.
reminding me. I had a little bit of brain block when we first started talking, but those are all great books. I've definitely read about 70% of them, and they're worth repeating.
Exactly. So what I'll do is I'll put all of those books and the links to the YouTube videos, which are great to just, if you don't have the book, it's okay. You don't have to go to the store. It's really fun to do. And I do one every single night just to get ready for Halloween, or sometimes we might repeat a
Yeah,
book if the
why
kids
not?
really love creepy carrots or the scary underpants. Um,
There you
and
go.
then for older kids, another one is the Goosebump series.
Oh yes,
So I think this was like back during our time. Yeah. We're dating ourselves, but sometimes I give the Goosebumps series to the au pairs to read because it's an easier English level, but it's
Yeah,
also easier for them just to read through and kind of get like American literature. So
absolutely. Yeah, actually,
um,
the Goosebumps movie that came out, what, like 4 or 5 years ago? My son, for like 2 years, I think when he was like 5 or 6, he loved that, actually.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it's kind of a fun, and also older kids can read them as well too. So
yeah.
that's a fun one.
They're not too scary.
So I understand you have a birthday on Halloween.
I do. One
So
of the,
what do you do normally? And then what's happening this year? Or do you know?
oh, I know. We're not letting COVID spoil Halloween. So, we always, well, before kids, we used to have a big Halloween bash. Everyone came over dressed up in costume. I made all my adult friends dress up. That was pretty fun. Um, Once kids came, still dressed up in costume, but of course, kids like trick or treating. So we have done trick or treating every year. And then at the end of the night, I get to do something fun for me, which is I love the Cheesecake Factory. So go in costume to the Cheesecake Factory and then end the night with eating candy, right? So this year, trick or treating is not canceled in our area. And so we're actually looking at not knocking on doors, but anybody who's got bowls or the little tube things that can deliver candy, that we'll collect that. We're going to get mass costumes. Obviously, just stay in our group. We're not going to go in big groups like we've done in other years. Usually, all the boys in the neighborhood go together and all the girls do. But this year, I think it will be a smaller nuclear family, just going down the street together and admiring all the decorations and the candy that is out for what is, and then go to the Cheesecake Factory again. So it should be fun. So, talking about the virtual thing, there's probably a few other virtual ideas to talk about. I know you mentioned you're kind of having a virtual party, Mary, and I've seen that idea up quite a bit with virtual Halloween costumes and some other games that you can play, like Halloween bingo, where everybody gets a little card and you have to say like, who's dressed up for costume, who's dressed up for Halloween when they were an adult. You can mark that one off, find people's names. So that might be fun. Um, just sharing any kind of spooky decorations. Maybe you have a wall behind you and see who decorates it the best, those kind of things. But I know you're doing costume contest. Any other thoughts on virtual fun?
So another virtual fun is sometimes if you make a whole batch of spaghetti and sticking like weird things in there like tomatoes and having the au pair close her eyes and see like, can you find the eyeball?
That's what it is. And I'm sure the kids will have
The
fun.
kids love it too
Yeah.
because they have to feel around for eyeballs and whatever else I can find at Michael's. Like we have like rubber fingers in there and stuff, so it's tons of fun.
Yeah, my kids are already having a lot of fun torturing our au pair. The only thing she's terrified of are spiders. And we have tons of big fake spiders. I think you might be seeing over there, I have a huge fake spider. I don't know if you can see that, but we have like 3 or 4 of them, and they love pranking her. They've been hiding it around the house for the last week or two and seeing where she pops up and gives a shriek, and it's a lot of fun for them. Maybe not as much for
Yeah,
us.
we have real spiders in our house, so that's
There's occasional those here
there's
too.
occasionally a scream that comes and you're like, okay, it's just a spider. Just put a cup over it. We'll get it outside.
Damn.
Yeah, and we have praying mantises too. Those are fun to
We got
watch.
those too. We're in the
So
South. We got all kinds of bugs here.
exactly. So bugs are fun. They still last around Halloween. So real
Yeah,
or fake.
we got
Um,
both of them. All
exactly. Uh, so another fun virtual Halloween is how can you get a hold of a friend and basically for us, it's how we can reach out to different friends. So what we do is we try and put a list of 5 people that we want to reach out to and put on our Halloween costumes and just make them smile. So it's something fun. I know, it's everybody to everybody how much time you have, but what we try and do is we try and include the au pair family in it. So one of the 5 people that we chose was in the family to just basically have them either guess what we are or because a lot of times we just dress up in like random outfits and I
Someone
just,
from the 80s.
yeah, I pretend like I really can't speak. And so I just say, hey, guess what I am? It's kind of fun. Like, they're like, I have no idea. Like, what happened to you? So we do that. It's kind of another fun, like random, way to just make sure that you're keeping in touch with people, and making sure that they're still a part of your life, that you haven't forgotten about them.
Of the holidays and festivities, just including your au pair. They don't always have to participate, but asking them to participate and telling them why you do what you do and when you're going to do it so that they can experience and be prepared and then hopefully enjoy it.
And another part of the people that we do call and we try and involve is any previous au pair that has been amazing, or we try and include them as well every single year in any of our activities. So whether we have a virtual Halloween party, we always just make sure that they're a part of it as well too, and that, because you can do this now from around the world, you can podcast your parties. And at the parties, we also try and do something virtual. So sometimes we do have Kahoot games with Halloween trivia. The parents usually go crazy over that. So when you set up your party, we actually have like an agenda. So we announce that, hey, we're going to be having a costume party. If you want to participate, there's an Amazon gift card. So, and then I have a polling, because, we do this at work all the time. We do polls. So I actually have a poll that's set up, with family number 1, 2, 3 that has already RSVP'd and said, I am totally dressing up. And so we have this, and we actually, limit it. So there's one vote per family. So it's based on IP addresses and what country and stuff. It's kind of fun. I'll send all that information. I'll put it in the meeting notes. And then the next thing that we do is we do Halloween trivia. So Kahoot, you can do Halloween trivia. You can already get a assigned Kahoot, or you can make it up yourself. A lot of times I like to make it up myself because I try and do like world trivia of Halloween. Since we have au pairs from around the world. And sometimes we'll try and include the family, or the family. And so some of the questions might be in French, some of the questions might be in another language. Who knows? But we've got Google Translate. So we do that.
Halloween charades, Halloween Pictionary.
Exactly. You can
anything you can think of, and then just label it Halloween, and that's the thing.
Exactly. And involve people. And you can do this totally virtual. You can do it anywhere, and keep it 30, 40 minutes, and it's tons of fun. You make tons of great memories. We usually sometimes record the meetings as well too, and for the family members that couldn't join us, just to say, hey, happy Halloween, this is what we did. Have a good laugh. And so another item is, what is it? You can play pretty much any game, like you said, just turn it into Halloween. Another one is like Halloween cards, like what would you do if you were a witch? What would you do if you were a ghost? Fun things for the kids to answer. A lot of times they come up with really creative answers that you're like, I had no idea.
So
there's tons of fun games out there. We'll post links to all of this, great links. Any other fun tips that you have?
There's tons of ideas out there, and I think we've hit a lot of the key ones. I like, still a lot of the traditional things, but you can just make it virtual by, sending pictures, having video, doing drive-bys, drive-throughs. Drive-bys don't sound so.
Drive-bys. I know, for COVID, it may be okay, but we sometimes have to clarify what a drive-by actually means. So a creative drive-by, like a birthday drive-by, a Halloween drive-by. There are no eggs involved.
Drive-by or drive-through to, see your decorations. Maybe you could all stand out there and wave with your costumes. So maybe the neighborhood could do it if they all arranged it through your association to just, everybody stand out, drive by, go on the house decorated, something like that. So I think those are some of my top tips, but I think anything you've done before, you can always just put it up on video and share the festivities.
Definitely. So what people will probably hear as well, because Lisa won't hear this, but when it's fully edited, there's going to be sound effects all throughout this podcast. So it's going to be hilarious.
Love it.
I can't wait to what comes out of this. So with that, I think we could do a wrap and say, hey, we just went through our whole creative juice ideas of what to do for Halloween. You got basically 2 host moms here talking about what we've done in the past and what we're going to do during this season to make it absolutely the best Halloween ever for 2020 and beyond. All right. Well, thank you so much.